Hello and welcome to another Mr. Carter Science Special. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. It will always help the channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at adaptations and survival. So we need to be able to survive to reproduce. For example, plants need light and carbon dioxide, water, oxygen, mineral ions like nitrates in order to survive, to photosynthesize, produce glucose, amino acids, proteins, and then they can grow and eventually reproduce and complete their life cycle. Animals will need food from other living organisms. They'll need water, they'll need oxygen, and microorganisms will need a variety of different molecules depending on their species. And some microbes have more needs that are more similar to plants, and some microbes have needs that are more similar to animals. Some microbes don't need oxygen or light to survive and can survive in extreme environments like hot springs or deep sea thermal vents. But all living things will have special features that help them survive in their environment, and these features are known as adaptations. So let's have a look at some plant adaptations. Plants need water and minerals, which most plants absorb through their roots in the soil. Plants also need light to photosynthesize, and many plants have specialized leaves to help them absorb light. Like this plant here, the epiphytes plant, you can see here. They live in the rainforest and they have special adaptations that allow them to live high in the canopy, attached to other trees and other plants, and they collect water and nutrients from the air through specially adapted leaves. Some plant adaptations allow successful reproduction, like this saguaro cactus here. This is pollinated by bats, so its flowers open at night and produce a strong scent and a large quantity of nectar to attract the bats, and therefore the bats will then transport the pollen on their fur from flower to flower as they fly. Animal adaptations, well, animals need to either eat plants or other animals to gain the nutrients they need to live. Animals have lots of adaptations to help them get the food they need. For example, a mammal's teeth are adapted to help the individual eat. Herbivores, like this elephant, have large, flat teeth to help them grind up the plant's fibrous cells, whereas carnivores have teeth adapted to stab and to slice and to tear flesh and crush bones. And you can see the contrast in the different adaptations in the teeth here when you look at elephants and lions. Animal and plants can also be adapted to a particular environment, and here we've got 4 different examples of that. Seabirds, they live in very salty environments, and to help try and reduce the problems caused by salt, they have very salty tears to help remove excess salt from the body. Mangrove plants can also remove excess salt from their cells, and you can see that here. Mangrove plants also have these very interesting structures which are actually roots that stick out of the soil and help them to absorb oxygen when the plant is completely covered by water. Both plants and animals can survive extreme environments by producing chemicals in their cells that can act as an antifreeze, preventing water in their cells from forming ice. And one example of that is this Alaskan beetle here, which can be frozen in the ice over winter and then defrost when it comes to summer. And water plants such as this water lily here can have large air spaces in their leaves which help them float on top of the water closer to the light that they need for photosynthesis, and they'll outcompete any plants that are underneath them. And of course we also have to consider extreme environments. Organisms that survive and breed in extreme environments are known as extremophiles, and most extremophiles are microbes like AQA bacteria, and they have a wide range of adaptations. Thermophiles are microbial organisms that can live at very high temperatures, between 45 to 80 degrees, where normally we would expect their enzymes to be denatured. But thermophiles have enzymes that do not denature at high temperatures. Other bacteria and archaea can survive at very low temperatures of -15 degrees, so they can survive in glaciers and in polar ice caps. Organisms that survive and breed in extreme environments are known as extremophiles, and they can also be adapted to surviving in salt. Now, salt is a major problem for most organisms. High concentrations of salt cause water to leave cells due to osmosis. This can kill the cell and the organism. But some extremophiles can survive in incredibly salty environments, like the Dead Sea in Jordan, and they have adaptations that allow water to move into their cells and prevent water from moving out of their cells and out of their cytoplasm. However, in normal seawater, they would just swell up and burst due to lysis. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video on a few different adaptations and survival strategies that species have. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe and drop me a comment. Let me know what you've learned.